Hello and welcome to the Unpopular Podcast. My name is Thomas, and with me, Chris Ferrari.
Taylor.
Oh, hey, I did Chris first.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Redo it.
God damn it.
Redo it.
Taylor.
Redo it.
Fine, we're redoing this.
Oh God, Taylor, you suck.
Okay. We have to disable those. I can't deal with this. Fucking lights. Anyway.
Alright, you talk, Tom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Unpopular Podcast. Today is December 1st, 2013, and with me today is Chris Ferrari.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a guy. I play games.
Corey Hahn.
Hello.
Mike Conine.
Yo.
And last but not least, Mr. Taylor Liss.
Howdy.
Okay, so how you all doing?
Good.
Fairly well.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
All
Trying
right.
to stay on topic today. No talking about Good Burger. No talking about
See, now you're talking about Good Burger. It's already in the air. Okay. So video games, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that Steam sale?
Steam sale. That
Yeah.
was-
Steam sale.
Still going on.
It is. Did you guys buy anything?
I finally got the 2 Skyrim DLCs, and then I got
Horse Armor?
2.
There's no horse armor in 5. They grew up a little bit.
Man.
I got that, and I got Prototype 2 because Prototype 1 was fun.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
I bought Final Fantasy VII Steam Edition, and you need to log up to Square Enix's site from like 1998 to play the game.
That's awesome.
It uses cloud saving.
That game is. It uses that like cheat mode, like, oh hey, we get infinite gil and infinite elixirs if you find the story too hard.
Yeah, you can enable that.
It's so stupid.
The worst part about it is it still uses the MIDI music. It doesn't use the actual
Oh, does it
PS1
really?
version. You can
Yeah, it
add it
could be the
in.
right story or
There's
something.
a patch you can add it in. I think it's a third-party patch, but
Yeah, I've
they
seen that.
re-released it 10 years later. Even later now. Yeah, it's like 14 years later, and they still didn't fix that.
That was like the big announcement over the summer. Steam has Final Fantasy VII. It's like,
Anyway, enough disappointments.
I got CSGO.
All right.
Counter-Strike Go. Has anyone played that?
Yeah,
I'm
Aside from
not.
Tom.
I think I might have it. I don't know.
Is it any good?
yeah. It's like a console version of Source.
That's strange.
It's easier to play with a controller.
But that's strange.
Couch gaming, it's a thing.
Yep.
It was made for consoles. It's on the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
Actually, right now they have what is it? Poker Night 2 on
Yeah,
sale for
99
$1.
Is that any good?
$1? Oh.
It's
Go ahead.
it's worth $1.
Yeah, me and Tom were messing around with it one night, and it was rather humorous. It's so random. It has who's in it? You have Claptrap from Borderlands 2,
Brock Sampson,
Brock Sampson from Venture
What?
Brothers,
Awesome.
Sam from Sam & Max,
Sam from Sam Max. You have Ash Ketchum from Army of Darkness. And
Ass
Evil Dead.
Ketchum.
I mean, not Ash Ketchum.
Ass-
What am I doing? Ash. Does he have a last name?
Yes.
What is his last name? Ash.
I want
I
you
think
to
it's just Ash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
last
just
name.
Ash. I don't know why I said Ash Ketchum. No, Ash from Army of Darkness. And Gladys from Portal 2.
not to be confused with GLaDOS from Portal 1.
They're pretty similar.
I
space.
think the only game I bought was Witcher 2.
Yeah, I got that, and I have the enhanced edition, and I just have not played it.
Is it better than The Witcher 1? Because The Witcher 1 is a pretty terrible game.
Good, yeah. I didn't like the first one either.
Steam sales, they come out, and then they're in my library, and I don't touch them. I don't.
That's what Steam is.
Welcome to Steam, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam
No,
is
Steam, no.
You don't buy games because you intend to play them.
You just want to have those that number go up in your library list.
I have, for some reason, when I go to my library and I go to my recent games, it says I recently have 103. That's recent.
What's
I have a
recent for
recent
them?
60.
I don't know what recent means, but there's 103 under my recent tab.
It goes by last time you've played it, I believe.
That's odd.
The majority of my games are all bundle games, Humble Bundle and the sort.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've almost hit 300 games in my library now.
I don't know what I have. I have.
I'm at 288 right now.
I'm
like
around there.
90 something.
I only have like 50, something like that.
I have like 83, and a lot of those were bundles, and I like buying things on sale and then never playing it as well. I like making my list as big as Taylor's. It makes me feel better about myself.
It does. I
Steam
mean, when you
game.
have that big Steam list, it's a sense of security.
I bought that Star Wars Battlefront a while ago. That was actually pretty fun.
That was
It's
a
a
good
fun
game.
game. Yeah.
Do you have two? Is it two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that was a great game on PS2, like years
Oh,
ago.
PC, there's so much stuff going on at once. You have no idea what's going on.
I know. I tried. I think I bought it as well. I played it for a bit. I got destroyed. I couldn't play it anymore. It ruined my childhood.
Me and Tom are running our stormtroopers, and then Han Solo comes out of nowhere and just beats us up, and we're like,
Did you ever play the one level where everyone's the heroes and villains from the Star Wars universe? And so there's like Darth Vader and Yoda fighting each other on Mos Eisley.
That's not canon.
But no, it's.
God.
Oh my god.
Boba Fett escaped the trap. He did not die. My boyfriend read a book. He told me it was in it.
whoa, man. I wish I could read.
All right. Down with the Steam sale, or do you want to discuss it more?
No,
You tell me.
it's actually not. Doesn't seem as good as past ones. They don't have as many like AAA and high-end titles. It seems
Well,
more
Christmas
like
sales in
lower-end
like
stuff.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
god,
Yeah, that-
are they doing a Christmas sale too?
Yeah, holiday
Absolutely.
sale.
Oh
Always.
god,
It starts in like 2.5 weeks, something like that.
that's crazy.
I keep adding Chivalry to my list, then removing it, then adding it again, then removing it.
It's like $6. You should probably buy it.
I
Which
should
game is
probably buy it. Chivalry.
It's a fun game depending on what servers
I'm
you
surprised you don't have it. That game's been on sale for
I
like
enjoy the game.
$1.
I'd only play it with you, and you're hard to get in contact with to play games.
And you're
Nah,
aggressive when you play it.
It's yeah, I'd play it with you. I'd duel you, Tom.
We
I'd
have
duel you
dueled.
good.
It was a good time.
Tail, I'll do
know.
you.
You'll duel me?
I'll mess you up, man. I'll mess you up. You'll
They
see
have
your
a
arm
bundle.
You
flying
say
by.
that.
They have both of them, the expansion and the regular. I think it was like $16 for both of them.
Wait, it's a separate expansion? I thought it was included with it.
You can buy the base game, or you can buy both of them together. One was $6, one was like 15 or 16.
I meant to
Wait,
get Max Payne, but I missed it.
It'll be on
Oh,
sale
yeah.
again. Don't worry.
Oh, Deadliest Warriors DLC? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like $15 though.
Yeah, it's right now it's on sale for $11.24, but that's still really expensive.
Okay.
Samurai.
I'm gonna wait for holiday sale. See what's going on there.
That's pretty much what everybody's gonna do. Nobody buys games on Steam until the holiday sale.
I'm kind of waiting for Dead Space 3
Summer sale's good
to
too.
go on sale.
I have Dead Space 3. It must have been in that Origin bundle.
That's actually how I got it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that. And I how do you like? I deleted the. I think I might still have the email. Just to check that or something.
Log into your Humble Bundle account.
Oh, okay.
It lists everything you bought there.
Oh, so I probably do have Dead Space 3.
Yeah, probably.
I got Battlefield and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Games, eh? Okay, so you guys see the first Steam box?
Yeah.
I need one.
You do, because you can't play games currently with your non-Steam box computer.
I know.
I really would have no need for one because my gaming PC is hooked up to my TV
Ditto.
in my living room.
So is Taylor's. He's just a smartass.
I don't know. Anything that Gabe promises us, I can't trust him, man.
What do you think about
What?
that controller?
That's what I'm curious about. That looks pretty cool.
I want to use it. It looks like something you can...
It's gonna be like the
Use it.
OVU thing. It's gonna build up all these promises, and you get it. It's gonna suck.
The what then?
Remember
The
that
OVU?
console?
The- yeah.
OVU?
Whatever the hell? The games on demand OVU thing?
Oh,
That was shut down, wasn't it?
Uyo, yeah.
No, it wasn't Ouya. It was something else. I know what he's talking about. Though.
Yeah, it was.
It was like Netflix streaming gaming.
Yeah, I remember that. It was shut down.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's what I feel like Steam is promising us, and it's like.
Wait, what do you think they're promising you?
Is like Steam Box gonna be future-proof? Is it gonna be like it says you can play?
It's a computer.
Right, but I mean, can you swap out parts easily, or is it just going to be
I don't
like,
believe so.
okay, you've got it, and it's good for 5 years, or you know,
It uses
like a year,
decent
like
hardware.
2 years down.
I can only play Half-Life 2. Medium settings.
Half-Life 3 Steam Box exclusive.
Oh god.
It will never come out then. We'll never see the Steam box. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm. It has let's see, quad-core AMD processor and an AMD graphics card. So
It's better than my piece of crap.
it's funny because NVIDIA just released a announcement. It wasn't an announcement. They said that consider PCs for your console because they're better than consoles.
I did read that actually. Yeah.
My computer can run Math Blaster 3 on full graphics. No lie.
Do you set up your Sound Blaster to the correct channels? Correct
Typing of the
interrupts?
Dead. Yeah, actually, they just released Typing of the Dead on Steam.
Yeah, they released a.
Well, it's like a new one.
We talked about this the first episode, I think.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
on sale? Is all I have to ask?
No,
Probably. No?
not that I saw.
I need a copy of Oregon Trail.
Oregon
It's
Trail or
like a-
Oregon Trail?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was the Oregon Trail
Yeah, Oregon Trail is different.
on every
I know.
Android bundle ever? I still don't want it.
That's all I would do in my computer lab when I was in like elementary school. Like Oregon Trail.
Conan has died of dysentery.
Everybody died of dysentery and chucking your wagon. That never worked. You did it every time. Like, I'm going to make it this time. It never worked.
Well, real life applications. When you're crossing a river, don't chuck your wagon.
It's always an option, though.
It's like your daughter was eaten by a cougar. I'm like, sure.
It's the
Hat over your
1800s.
face.
It's worth nothing.
Well, I mean, eaten by a cougar, whatever floats your boat.
And anyway, yeah.
I remember I only ever got to shoot squirrels. All the big animals were just a little too hard to shoot. My family would just eat bags full of squirrels I caught.
What I would do was just kill like 20 buffalo, and you can only take like one of them back with you. So it's just a field of dead buffaloes to go to waste.
Well, that's how the buffalo became almost extinct.
They're
Good
so
job.
easy to shoot.
They are quite easy to shoot.
Tom
I think.
playing Oregon Trail just crashed like.
Fun
all
fact:
buffalo.
they actually used to just sit on the train going across the country and just shoot buffalo from the windows for fun. This is a true story.
I do that every day on my way to work.
So how was you guys Black Friday?
I slept.
Yeah, so did I.
I bought a what I buy? A Roku.
Right.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
One.
No, like the HD version. The
God no. She has like a CRT from like 1985.
okay.
So
But she can play Angry Birds now.
well,
Whoa.
not
Wait.
really.
Did the first one have the little remote controller, or was that the second one?
That's the second one, I think.
Yeah,
No,
the first
the number one has a remote control.
But does it look like a Wii controller? Because that's the second one does.
No, it's just like a black controller with like 6 or 7 buttons.
Okay.
It has a 7-second rewind button, which is actually really cool.
Huh.
For streaming or for local media only?
Like, well, if you're like we're watching Netflix, if you miss something, you can rewind it 7 seconds.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Cool.
I did all my Black Friday shopping online.
You got anything good?
I got Xenoblade. That was $33.
Nice.
What a bargain.
It was totally a bargain, dude.
Check it out.
I still have to get that working.
Check it out. I built an electromagnet.
Taylor,
How does it work?
this is an audio podcast.
For those of you at home, I'm playing with an electromagnet.
It is an electromagnet. I can
Yeah.
confirm
See how
that.
it sucks a nail in? There's a nail.
Are you one of those
And I
X-Men?
like
The lamest X-Man besides Jubilee.
this is gonna like explode my 9-volt battery in a second if I don't unplug it.
So who would win in a fight, Dazzler or Jubilee?
No.
What does Dazzler do? Is that
Yeah.
just another name for Jubilee?
They pretty much have the same power.
If they fight, we all lose. That's it.
So much for the getting off on the tangents, huh, Tom?
I'm sorry?
Said so much for not going off on the tangents, huh?
Hey.
Explain one tangent.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for my
X-Men
HD
are-
remake of E.T. for the Atari 2600. I'm waiting for that.
Well, so I got a bunch of games too. A lot of video games are on sale. I got Killzone.
Killzone's a terrible game.
No, I heard it's really good for the Vita.
What
Better
did you
than
buy
the
today?
PS4 version.
You bought something at Goodwill today.
The Adventures of Cookie and Cream
Oh my god.
for the PS2.
Dude, that Goodwill, you finally see a game you want, you open the case, there's nothing in it. Just
Have you ever been to CEX in Boston?
Absolutely.
Boston's Park. I have gone there several times, and every time I've come back with a scratch disc or no disc or the wrong disc.
Yeah,
I've had
you know who sells to CEX, right?
All those creepy guys that stand outside and talk about drugs.
I was gonna say crackheads, but same thing, yeah.
There is constant police presence there. It's fantastic.
That is it's like the sketchiest store ever because they'll buy anything.
It's a
Yeah,
pawn
it's like-
shop.
It's like, oh,
It is a pawn shop. That's a good point.
And then there's like a line out the door, people selling 1995 cell phones to the store.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a good point, Corey. Like GameStop is a game store, but CEX is a legitimate pawn shop.
I wouldn't say
Electronics
it's
pawn
legitimate.
I was there once, and a guy had a legitimate barrel, like one of those big, I don't know, the gallon size, but the large barrels, just full
Like
of
made of
audio
wood?
CDs. No, I wish, not a keg.
Is this one worth money? Is this one?
I feel so
Random
bad for
audio
the people
discs.
that work there.
Oh, I know.
I mean, just
Wait, doesn't
imagine.
your ex-girlfriend work there, Tom?
That's completely irrelevant to our podcast.
Does she, though? 'Cause that's interesting
Does she?
now.
That is interesting.
She no longer works there.
Wow.
Oh, she was pretty cool.
Yeah, she's not bad. Anyway,
Like middle school with it.
Moving on.
next order of business. You guys ruined my life.
It's your podcast.
Yeah, you guys are doing a crack-up job. OCZ filed for bankruptcy.
Who?
What?
OCZ.
What's
Get out of here,
OCZ?
really?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
What they make?
hard drives,
Uh,
solid-state drives.
Didn't they make, no, they made cooling products too, didn't they?
Coolant, and they also made RAM.
Right. You know
Oh,
who else
man.
just filed? You see who else just filed for Oh
Neverland
god,
Studio.
yeah, thank you. The guys that did Lufia and
Rune Factory.
Rune Factory. I never played the Rune Factory games, but Lufia on the SNES was pretty good. Lufia 2,
Oh, yeah,
Rise of the Sinistrals, it's a good game.
the remake of the DS is really good too.
Good to know.
So that's unfortunate. They're still making Rune Factory 5, but I don't think they are because they don't exist. So
I went for
Marvelous owns
Capcom. Capcom declares business. They're going out of business. I'd be so happy.
I like
surprised about-
Capcom, only I don't like
Wait,
their
I'm
business
sorry.
model.
Capcom?
No, he's
They
trolling.
brought us some of the greatest games of our generation.
Yes, our generation, not the current generation. That's the
Our
problem.
generation is terrible.
Have you not
Yeah.
played Dragon's Dogma?
Oh,
I played a
I
little.
hated Dragon Dogma. I prefer Dark Souls.
Yeah, I played Dark Souls over it, but they're
Dark
different
Souls.
games from what I understand.
Dark Souls is much different. Dragon's Dogma is a character customization feast, mixed in with some Shadow of the Colossus, mixed in with a rock and J-rock track.
hey, Shadow of the Colossus was awesome.
It was.
Exactly. And what's better than climbing on top of monsters and stabbing them in the face repeatedly to get out
Catching
that
jewels.
violent tensions?
I watched my brother playing Dragon's Dogma, and he's just creating Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie and
Oh my god.
having them go on dungeon adventures with them. With
Are you sure that's not you, Conan?
No, that's not.
You all make me
I
sad.
wash my hands clean of that one. You know,
Oh, yeah, sure.
my ponies don't go on adventures.
They stay on my shelf.
They stay in pristine condition.
Lauren Foss sent all my figures. Oh god.
Sure was-
All right then.
So Atlas now has the ability to revive any Sega IP that is dormant. So say if you want Skies Arcadia 2.
Oh, I
You can
would
make that
love
if you
that.
want
I
What
want
do you
Billy
mean
Hatchet.
provided how?
Billy Hatchet too.
I'm sorry, Taylor?
Provided how?
Sega bought Atlas, so they're owned
Yeah.
by them now. And they're like, hey, if we have all these games that we don't touch, why don't you guys do something with them? So they have that option.
You know what I would
Like, you
love
mean
to see
selling
in
it to the
HD?
public.
They can develop a game.
Yeah.
I can get my Altered Beast 2
So when am I gonna see like a sequel to the Jurassic Park game?
Oh God.
Was that developed by Sega?
Yeah,
Was it?
thought so.
Maybe.
When am I going to see Crazy Taxi a sequel on the next gen? Because that's what I want.
You know what I would love to see a remake of, and it will never happen because the original source code was lost? Panzer Dragoon Saga.
That'd be good.
Dude,
Just a new Panzer Dragoon, that would be good.
Rise
It would.
Rystar.
It was a
Rystar
rail
is-
shooter. Wasn't that good?
No,
Right, stop.
the RPG was not a rail shooter. It was an RPG. With
Gunstar Heroes next
I
gen.
Gunstar Heroes was an awesome game.
Imagine the
Gunstar
Wii U.
Heroes is not a Sega game.
Gunstar with all
I
the
didn't say
power-ups and stuff?
it was an awesome. It was a Sega game, so it was an awesome game.
What company made it?
Treasure.
Mhm.
Is it Cave or Treasure? Treasure, right?
I think so.
I get them confused, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Treasure.
Didn't they release? They released that on Xbox Live Arcade, I thought.
And they also came out with Code of Princess.
I haven't played it. That looks good.
It's
No.
that girl needs to wear clothes.
No. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking Bravely Default.
Bravely Default, yeah, that looks fun. It's the same guys who made the Final Fantasy DS RPG.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name all of a sudden, but it was fun. It was weird how you couldn't choose your attacks or anything, but it was a fun game. Warriors of Light, that's what it's called, yeah. Good game. And you guys are riveting tonight. Don't all talk at once.
I figured you had a format or something.
Yeah, I'm going down the format.
Provide the questions.
Yeah, throw questions at us.
What Sega IP would you guys like to have come back?
Billy Hatcher.
That game was awful, and you know it was.
Vector Man.
Yes.
Vector Man was fun.
Yeah, like Vector Man is a gritty,
Vector
like
Man was
modern
awesome.
shooter.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Toe Jam and Earl, the Xbox one. People didn't like
No, not the Xbox one. The
That
second
was a
on
good one.
Genesis.
It was good. The Xbox one was great.
The
It
second
was
one
not
on
good.
Genesis. The side scroller. Panic on Funkatron.
That was great.
I
The
love that
Xbox
game.
one was good.
No, it wasn't.
Why not? It's a great two-player game.
It was a game.
It was a game.
You just don't like it because of the ethnic undertones, Thomas.
I love the second one.
Dude, Altered Beast 2. That would be so ballin'.
That game's awful.
Rise
Virtua Cop.
Right?
Yeah,
I would like
Virtua Cop,
this first X-Men game on the Sega Genesis to have several sequels.
Ooh,
I don't-
That was the one where if you wanted to beat it, you went in that computer room and you had a legitimate
had to
hit the
hit the-
reset button.
Yes.
Yes.
It was in Mojo's lair, right?
Yes,
The
that was the
second to last
most
level?
irritating thing.
I got one.
What?
Knights.
Into the Saturn game?
Yeah.
They re-released that on 360. On the
That's
arcade.
not a for new IP. Like
They,
not a
they
new.
made a sequel for the Wii.
Did they really?
Yeah.
How
It was okay, only the voice acting was atrocious.
Well, it's obvious. Who's playing Knights for the voice acting?
Well, they could have had no voice acting. I would have preferred that.
Knights was such a fun game. It was so weird. I still don't understand what I was doing in that game.
You
Ooh,
collect the
ooh,
gems, you go to the rings.
Why?
Because nice.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't a Sega game. Damn, I was just thinking of a game on.
It had
Sega
great
Saturn.
gameplay, but it made no sense what you were doing. Collect these gems and like by making circles around them, and then there's these little dudes walking in this creepy world that look like lollipop men, and eventually fight a boss, and then you're a dream, but not really.
No, you're very much a dream.
Well, you just ruined the game for me, man. You
I don't know. It's on.
It's called Nights into Dreams, Mike. It's the title. This isn't no Mario 2.
Mario's missing?
I own that game.
Mario teaches typing too. That'd be a good one.
Oh, welcome to Mario Teaches the Typing.
I'm sorry, did you say that'd be a good sequel for Sega to renew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Echo the Dolphin. Echo the Dolphin would be perfect.
I
That is-
despise Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin
Yeah.
is a great game.
Yeah.
I love
It
that
is the
game.
most mundane game I've ever played.
No,
You
it
could
isn't.
do
It
flips
involves,
in the
like,
air.
It puts
it
me to
involves
sleep.
aliens and shit like that. Did any of you people get past
Yeah,
that
I remember the
stuff?
Yeah, I
aliens.
did.
Yep.
The machine.
I want Cool Spot.
That was Virgin Interactive.
Oh,
Oh.
And everybody remember Clockwork Knight?
Yep, same
Yes.
game. Made two of
Clockwork
them.
I
Knight
like
2
that.
on the Saturn? That was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I would love to see
Never
another
after game.
Road Rash game.
That was EA.
I don't know.
Don't make
How about a Sonic game? We haven't seen one of those. In a while.
I haven't
Shut
seen,
up.
yeah, it's been
Isn't
years.
Lost
man.
World supposed to be? It's supposed to be pretty good, or it's being.
I hear it's
hyped as being
atrocious.
a
I have not
legitimate
played it
game?
yet.
Really? No.
Chris, every time they say that, it's even
No,
worse
I
than
know,
you can
I
imagine.
know, I know. The last good Sonic game was Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast.
No, it wasn't. That
Yes,
game
it
was
was.
terrible.
That game was awesome.
That
You
game
could
was
quit-
terrible.
No, it wasn't.
It was the
Amazing.
coolest tech demo you could show somebody, but that gameplay was atrocious.
That was fun.
Last good game was Sonic 3D Blast for Sega Genesis.
Colors was really good, and so wasn't Generations.
Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
That was just Puyo Puyo.
Columns.
Columns.
Columns is awesome.
Columns 2.
That exists.
Columns 3.
I would love to see a next-gen Earthworm Jim.
I would too, actually.
Who did
Whatever happened to him? Did they ever make another game after?
They just remade it. They made a HD port on Steam.
Didn't
Was it-
Earthworm Jim have like a TV show?
That was
Yeah,
He
TV.
did. He did have a TV show. I
That's
forgot
based
all
on the
about
game.
that.
Like Dan Castanella is like Earthworm Jim.
Tom, was that just an upscaled version, or did they redo it completely for the SNES?
It's a remake. HD remake.
Right, but did they redid it from the ground up, or they just kind of upscaled it?
Well, they
It was like the
remade it.
Bionic Commando thing. They just like redid it.
The
in HD.
original Bionic Commando was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I never
But
played the
remake
PS3
was,
one.
It's like the third-person action-adventure game, where it's pretty much like Spider-Man. With
Yeah,
Bionic arm. It was
I
alright.
heard the story is the worst thing ever, which I
Yeah, it was okay.
but I wanted to
The
try the game.
The remake of Bionic Commando that was on Xbox Live Arcade was actually
Rearmed.
good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was
Enjoyed
good.
it.
I like that. They made a sequel too. Ram
It
2.
did.
Good stuff. Okay. Gran Turismo 6 is out this week. Any of you care?
The
Yeah.
last racing game I enjoyed was Burnout 3.
That is a completely different game.
I never said it wasn't. I'm just saying it's the
Daytona,
last
USA,
racing-
with the horse code.
Welcome to Sega Rally Championship.
They still have that a racing game over at Dave & Buster's. And by still have it, I mean they ordered another one because they just opened that one like a year ago.
Ah, screw Dave and
My
Buster's.
favorite racing game is Cruising USA.
Cruising World.
Who remembers
Pod
Rush
Cruising
2049?
Man, those games are awful. Beetle Adventure Racing. All right.
Burnout
Anything?
Paradise. I bought that on Steam a while ago, and I've been having a blast with that.
It's fun. It's not as good as 3, but it was a really good game.
I just throw on my boyfriend by Avril Lavigne, and racing around the city, and that's all I need.
Does it have Skater Boy?
I wish. But
That's
it's a
it.
PC. You can
Skater
add
Boy.
whatever you want, man.
Custom tracks. That's pretty much all I have for topics. You guys have anything? It was kind of a slow week.
Yeah.
I know Corey wanted to talk about Nosgoth.
Yeah. Okay, who here is a fan of the Legacy of Kain series?
Me.
I remember the PS1 game where you stab people with a sword.
That is the second game in the series. I said, who's a fan, not a fair weather fan? Taylor, you're out of the conversation for now. Who here is really a fan? Because I'm deep into Nosgoth lore.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I played Legacy of Kain, the first one, and I played the 2 Soul Reaver games. I didn't play the sequel of the Blood Omen.
I didn't touch any of them.
This is surprising. It was like a big deal when it came out. It was supposed to be like one of the first adult games that wasn't just tits and cock everywhere. Can I say that?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, it was the first adult game that wasn't tits and cock everywhere. It was supposed to be a gritty storyline with. I've heard a lot of critics describe it as Shakespearean dialogue. It wasn't really. Those people don't seem to understand Shakespeare very well.
Did
I
they
think we
make it
lost
words?
Is Chris gone?
Oh,
I
yeah.
get nervous when any game promises that. Remember Too Human? How Too Human was supposed to be like this epic with great dialogue and like Oscar-worthy acting, and it just came out and it was just
Yeah, well, I mean,
awful.
the first Blood Omen came out in '96, and it was probably good for 1996. I live in a generation where I was 7 when that came out. I didn't play the Blood Omen when I was 7. I played it much later, and it was a little annoying. The voice acting was incredible, actually. The guy who does the voice for Kain is great, but it had limitations because every time he did something really cool with the sword, he'd go "Ve Victis," "Woe to the conquered" in Latin, really loudly and really proudly. But because I'm not slow at video games as I assume people in 1996 were, I kept doing it over and over again until I had to shut the game off. It became so goddamn annoying. You just kept doing it over and over. But even though it was a dated game, it gave rise to Soul Reaver in 1999, I think, and that was a PS1 classic. I think everyone played that. It came on the demo discs for the PS1.
Yep.
I had the Dreamcast version, but yeah.
That's right. It was on Dreamcast too.
Yep.
And then I think Blood Omen 2 came after that, which wasn't as good. Kind of changed around a bunch of the story, but it was still fun. You got to kill vampires, take their powers. You got to punch people's hearts out. All really cool. Soul Reaver 2 came out. That's when the game started getting real confusing because there was a lot of time travel involved at that point, more so than an episode of Doctor Who. And then Defiance came out. And in between all these games, there was, I think, Tom, you showed me this, there were like 11 or so canceled games. This is a series that's in like development hell. I've always read about how they had to cut a bunch of content out of the games because they couldn't fit it all in there. They were under a lot of pressure to release them, and they always came out just a little too shitty. The storyline was alright, the voice acting was great, but the gameplay was always a little sluggish. Soul Reaver was basically just followed on the coattails of Tomb Raider. A lot of puzzles, a lot of moving blocks around, a lot of jumping, but without the attractive girl doing it. And
why am I playing it?
Because vampires.
Cool vampires, not like prissy ones. Ones with 3-finger claws and no jaws.
Guys sucked your soul out. It was awesome.
How do they suck your blood with no friggin' bottom jaw?
Well, that was just the one that sucked your soul. He was a wraith.
Exactly.
He was the soul wraith. But
Some would call him a soul reaver.
Soul meaning the only wraith?
No.
There are actually other wraiths in the game.
So he was not the soul wraith.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the soul wraiths.
And
I have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back.
Just mute your microphone.
Where's everyone going? We lost Ferrari. We lost.
I'm back in a second.
Mute your microphone. What time is it in this podcast?
I gotta go too. See you guys.
Get back here.
Are we just pausing this? Can this be edited?
No, we're not pausing it. We're live. We'll do it live.
I muted Mike, so we can continue.
Okay.
Okay. So Nosgoth. Nosgoth is a new game being released. It is I guess it's sort of just at this point a third-person and first-person action combat game. It's not really an RPG or platformer like the other games were, and it's just going to be teams of humans versus teams of vampires fighting in some sort of arena. I think it's an open.
Unreal, Doom, something. What's going on here?
It's similar to that, but it has third-person action as well. It's like deathmatch. Like the vampires are supposed to be really good at fighting hand to hand, and the humans.
Unmute Mike.
I can't unmute him. He has to unmute himself.
Mike, unmute yourself. Tom's an idiot.
Hey, what's up? Sorry.
There you go.
Hey, Mike's back.
Hey.
So, have you played this at all?
I would like to get into the open beta. Closed beta rather. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think it's going to be pretty full, but I don't.
Which game?
Nosgoth. It's the people who've taken the intellectual property of the Legacy of Kain series, and from that world they've sort of set it far into the future, and it's going to be a third first-person sort of action arena multiplayer fighting game, I guess.
Kind of like Unreal, or?
I mean, there's a lot of.
There's no guns.
There's bows and arrows and claws. I guess it's going to be kind of Unreal. I think there might be some storyline element to it, but according to the people developing it, it's not a reboot, it's not a mobile game, it's not an open world game, it's not a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, nor a real-time strategy game, nor is it best described as a MOBA game.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't actually say what it is, but I don't think it's going to be good, because they've just taken the intellectual property of something that I enjoyed, and they've cut out all the storyline I've enjoyed, and they've introduced multiplayer online action fighting.
So it's like Shadowrun.
I don't think it's going to be as good as Shadowrun, but yeah, I think it's supposed to be close to that. That had third-person aspects to it, right?
Well, they brought back Shadowrun back in, 2007, 2008? It was an Xbox 360 PC first-person shooter. Online only.
Wasn't it terrible?
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
I heard it was fun in a way, somewhat.
But it was nothing like what Shadowrun was. Like, that was... They did something terrible to it. The newest one is, far better. It's more akin to the Genesis Super Nintendo version, which
It's
is really
more
cool.
like the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah, it's great. It's actually on sale. It's 50% off on the Steam sale.
It is.
That's totally worth buying.
I was thinking about buying it, but I've still been meaning to make my way through Baldur's Gate, so.
Hey guys, I just bought Style Savvy. I'm gonna be busy for a while.
You finally got Style Savvy?
It was on sale on the Amazon Black Friday, $18.
Wow. Nice.
I would have bought it sooner, but I was not gonna pay $35 for Style Savvy. $18 is my okay range.
You actually bought it?
I bought it.
Why don't you tell everyone what Style Savvy is, Tom?
You are a manager, and you have to dress up your little female, and you do things.
You're a pimp. It sounds like you're a pimp.
Yeah,
You're-
that's a really bad description, Tom.
I don't know what else
You're
to
a
call
pimp,
it.
and you know,
You dress up a girl, and you're a manager. That's very vague, man.
what do
It's-
you manage? Her finances? She can't
She's a-
get
she's a
her own
model.
money unless she talks to you first.
She's a model, quote unquote model.
Hey man. I mean,
You want to get into modeling, honey?
pretty much. I mean, the entertainment business is all whoring anyway. It's actually the sequel. There was one for the original DS as well.
Have you played it yet?
No, I've been waiting to buy it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's still shipping, right?
Yeah, I got it on Friday, so I'll probably have it on Tuesday.
Congratulations. I hope it's everything you want it to be.
I certainly
But
hope
Tom's
so.
always really wished to be a pimp, but this is the next
Oh,
best
come
thing.
on. I am a pimp.
You
I
know,
got
it's
all the
hard
things.
out there for a pimp, you know? It's hard out there.
What are you
Style
talking-
Savvy is played by
I
holding
do
the
have
DS
this
sideways. The game utilizes clock and date settings on the system. There are 8 locations where a player can buy clothes, accessories, change hairstyles, change outfits, and work on their shop by managing items, making ads, and more. In a contest, they can compete and stand a chance to win rare items. So I guess you run a shop, and then you have the people wear the clothes, so you're not a manager. Which is actually a better premise.
You design store windows.
But I want it to be a
My mic is
virtual
muted.
pimp.
Yeah, you own a fashion shop.
What is a
Tell me what I
fashion
own.
shop? Is that just a store that sells clothing, or is it something
Yeah.
better?
You have a fashion line, and you sell your fashion line.
Oh, hey, sorry about that.
I'm sure you heard of things like Armani. They have stores in which they sell their product line.
Do they have live people in the windows, enticing customers in like it's Amsterdam?
No, I'm sure you use mannequins, then you try
Hey, to be fair, there's a store in the mall next to the Apple store, and they have live models.
What
Do
store is
they?
this?
That's creepy. I
Yeah,
For
no.
5 minutes and you guys come back and you guys are talking about Armani?
I was talking about Nosgoth, but some asshole left, and you derailed the conversation.
Wait, all right. No,
Derailed.
you know what I'm talking about, Tom? The place next to the Apple store, the little fashion boutique thing.
I don't know the name of it.
In
I
between,
saw
in
a few
between
of
Apple store and Zales. Shameless plug.
In between Zales and the Apple Store?
Yeah, there's a little store, and they have live women standing there looking awkward.
At least they're not dead women.
I think they're high school women.
Are you sure they were looking awkward?
They're
or
not
they were
women, Taylor.
because you walked by?
What's
You know what I
that?
miss at the mall? Remember that bootleg anime store?
Yes, it was awful.
Oh, God.
Why are we talking about stores in the mall now?
That's what this thing is divulged to.
Ferrari talking about Style Savvy for the 3DS.
Oh, God.
I get my Cinna on at the Cinnabon.
Jesus.
Wait, where did you get Style Savvy? Did you get it on one of those sales?
Yeah, Amazon.
How much? Oh, it was like 17.
Open your listening ears.
I know, you were here for this. Chris has a
You
excuse,
just-
you don't.
I
It was
thinking it's not done for a
$18
good
on
time.
Amazon.
I hate you guys.
Mike is over there writing a school report or something. He has to pay the fuck attention.
I'm out of it, man. I'm sorry.
Get into it.
Oh, God.
Okay, so since you guys don't care about my Style Savvy and his Nosgoth,
We just had a huge conversation about your style savvy. How
We've
do we
had a
not
longer
care about
conversation
it?
about that than Nosgoth. Obviously, all we care about is style. We're very style-obsessed people.
Well, can you customize your style in Nosgoth?
What,
maybe?
human flesh?
Can I get like Armani human flesh or like
You actually skin the man Armani and you wear him.
Chris
Whoa,
Farley?
man.
All
You know
right,
what I really want to play lately? Like, I'm trying to find a copy of Misadventures of Tron Bomb.
that game
Oh.
is one of the highest sought games for the PS1.
What's somebody just messaged me about wanting to play Red Orchestra 2.
Okay. Okay.
Have
Yeah,
you
it was
guys
on
played Red
sale the
Orchestra
other day.
2?
I was thinking about getting it.
Red Orchestra 2 is probably my favorite first-person shooter.
I'm not a fan of the World War games.
Well,
Low in my book.
come on, you're not tired of modern warfare, Battlefield,
Who's
1943?
typing so I can mute you?
Oh,
Me.
sorry. That's me.
But like, it's. Did we talk about Red Orchestra before?
No.
Okay, it's so cool. Has anyone played it? Anyone here?
I played it when they had that trial, and I played with you. It was like 2 years ago.
Right. Anyone else? No. It's wicked cheap, and it's on sales all the time. And what it is like it's a World War II, the Russians versus Germany, and now they just have added America versus Japan, which is really cool. And it does a lot of cool things. So first off, it's super deadly. Like one or two shots, you're dead. And there's no like.
Is there a respawn, or is it just kind of go to, like the next person?
It's respawn. It comes in waves.
Okay.
It's really ticket, like capture a point kind of thing.
Okay.
Or conquest, whatever you want to call it, and you have to like.
I'm gonna mute you back to the 21st.
If you get shot, right, like your limb is affected. Like if you get shot in the arm, it kind of screws up your aim. Or if you're shot in the leg, you're kind of slower.
Like in
if
Fallout?
you're shot like enough times, you're dead. And they're suppressing fire, and they do it in a really cool way. Oh, you can all hear the cat. He won't shut up.
That's George?
That's George.
I thought it was a child.
So did I.
Hold on. George, come in.
What a convenient excuse.
Fucking cat. Sorry.
None of us have children. Why do I hear a child crying in the background?
If you do suppressing fire, if you're shooting at someone but not hitting them, they get like kind of
Adrenaline, right?
I guess adrenaline, not adrenaline, more like just kind of suppressed. They're shocked. Shut up, you freaking cat! Come up here. All right, they get shocked.
Our viewers are spiked.
They can't.
That cat was huge. Oh my god.
Damn it, cat! I'm trying to talk. You're fucking everything up. All right. Now.
Yeah, it looks
okay,
fun.
so suppressing fire. If they're shooting at you, your aim gets a lot higher. It's harder to aim. You're waving your gun more. You can't really focus as much. The screen kind of takes on a black and white kind of filmy tone, so you can't really pick out details.
I enjoy how they handicap the person who's in danger.
Right, it's cool. So suppressing fire is like a really useful thing. If you want to like help your guys run across a field to more cover, you can shoot at the enemy, and then the enemy has a hard time shooting back. And you can blind fire and everything too. So blind fire actually has a use.
Wouldn't it be nice if you just
here.
shoot them in the chest?
What's that?
Why would you want to lay down suppressive fire rather than just shoot them?
Well, because I don't want to get shot myself. So instead of standing up and trying to shoot them, I'll just shoot over a wall. So they're suppressed, and my guys can move.
So you can lay down the suppressive fire while you're blind firing.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's kind of cool.
So it's really cool strategy stuff like that you can do, and
I like that better than 5 kills in a jet that takes out everything on the.
Right. So it's really cool. The game has a fair amount of problems. Last time I played, I haven't played in a while. But for example, the vehicles don't really make much sense, like how you drive tanks and how they work. It's supposed to be like a multi-person vehicle, but it's always finicky and never seemed to work right. Shooting a tank doesn't make much sense. Like they have when you're shooting tanks, they have sweet spots that'll actually damage them. Everything else will just bounce off the armor. So you actually need to know where to shoot them, but they never really tell you in the game, in the tutorial, and nobody really knows online, and it's all kind of guesswork. So it's a little bit finicky there. And only like the anti-tank gun can kill them. And other than that, the only other problem is like you can what do you call it? Bind yourself to cover, like what do you call that when you like stick to cover? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Cover.
And that's usually very finicky, and it doesn't really work very well. Because sometimes you can bind to something and sometimes you can't. You're never really sure what you can and what you can't, and you're never really sure how you're going to move around. So usually it's just best to never bind and just kind of like lean left and right when you're going to shoot.
So you mean there's not a giant button prop like every other game that came out in the last 5 years?
Yeah, it has its shortcomings, but they're always trying to fix it. The newest thing they added was the Rising Sun, which is America versus Japan. And like the Japanese, they all have the generals have samurai swords.
You're describing the Rising Sun Medal of Honor game. The exact same.
I like that game.
But what else they have is you can do a bonsai charge, And if you
That's also
and,
Medal of Honor.
if you and your yeah, but let me explain the mechanics so you can compare it before you jump to conclusions.
I'm jumping.
If you start running at someone bonsai charging, and you can bayonet as well, the more people you have doing it at the same time, the more suppressed the enemy is. And so if you and like 7, 8, 9 Japanese guys all run at the enemy at the same time, like everybody on the American side gets suppressed and can't shoot for hell because they're freaked out. So it does really cool stuff like that.
So you want to bring swords to a gunfight?
Glorious Yukon.
Yeah, so and that's actually the thing, because you're using World War II guns, and they get 5 shots, and you got to reload them. If you're not careful, you can get being bayoneted is really it's easy to do, and it works really well. Like jumping into a ditch and stabbing someone is really efficient. And most people don't have pistols; they only have the one rifle, and it shoots 5 times, and then you got to reload the whole thing, and that takes a while.
Like machine gun mounts or anything like
Yeah,
that?
you do, but you're limited to how many you have. So like one team maybe has 2 machine gunners. And the thing is, they're the most obvious target, so everyone aims at them. So, God, hold on, Cat wants to get out now.
Nice.
Freaking Cat.
I love that cat.
I love him, man.
What else does it have? There was something else I want to point out. I'll think of it when it comes up to it. But yeah, it's Red Orchestra 2 and Rising Sun are really cool. They do like a lot of cool stuff that's kind of new and fresh to first-person shooters, and I like that.
World War II in general, that series was beat to death.
Yeah, it was beat to death, but I mean, now the modern war is getting beat to death. And
Are those on Steam, Joe?
yeah, Rising, it's like on sale right now. It's probably like $5. They're on sale.
I'll have to check that out.
all the time.
Red Orchestra is always on sale.
Red Orchestra's been like $2 on Humble Bundles and all sorts of stuff.
I'll have to look that one up.
It's $4.99 on Steam.
$4.99, Red Orchestra 2 right now, and it's fantastic.
Hey Taylor, you should give that to me.
Yeah, give that to me, Taylor.
Get jobs, all of you.
I have one, but I'd rather you pay for it. That will make me want to play it.
To be
more.
fair, I'd rather you pay for it too, Taylor.
Yeah.
Just buy us a round of the game.
Buy a 4-pack, it'll be even cheaper, and then give it all to us.
Let me think about that.
Jesus.
Nope.
Oh, you used the sound effects.
I know. Ruining our class.
Too edgy.
Settling down to the lower class of the podcasters.
Filthy casuals.
There's something else I want to say, but I can't think of it. All right, anyway.
How does that compare to Arma 2?
I bought Arma 2 actually on the Steam sales, and I haven't played it.
Hey,
All right, then.
that sounds like
Thank
a Steam sale game.
I played what's that other? I played Red Dragon Rising. What was that? That was
Operation Flashpoint.
Operation Flashpoint, and I tried playing that, and I had no idea what I was doing. It was like the Crusader Kings of first-person shooters. There's just nothing that makes sense. Like I have all these.
Crusader Kings makes sense. You're just not good at it. You
Okay,
do it
fair
every
enough.
time.
Then the same can be said for Operation Flashpoint, and I just didn't know what all the things did, and I never really could figure out what my mission was, and I always got shot, and I didn't know why or where, and aggravating. And I feel Arma 2 might be like that, so I'm kind of hesitant to play it.
Did either of you play Castles 2?
No.
No.
We had this discussion last time.
I said play it. And
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Did we
That
say
was
yes?
required reading.
I was just checking. Made me a little sad is all.
We're sorry.
Mike?
Hey, have any of you finished Torchlight 2?
I
No?
haven't even started it.
I abused that glitch and I lost all the interest in it.
I know. Oh, so that's an interesting story. When Torchlight 2 started out, there was a glitch that who figured it out? It was
Peter.
Yeah, our friend Peter. He figured it out that you could actually what was it? How did it work? You got like infinite.
You can duplicate items.
Yeah, we figured out how to duplicate items. No, not duplicate. Well, duplicate like certain items,
And then you sell it.
sell them for money, and then you just get infinite cash. And so you could just use the gambling thing to just get an infinite amount of items of like the rarest quality. And so we all kind of did that because they were going to patch it in a week, and we wanted to do it as much as we could before they patched it. And so now we're all sitting on these giant treasure troves of super rare items, and the game kind of got boring.
I did that with Skyrim. I used this stat glitch.
Oh, the bookshelf.
It's called a bookshelf glitch, where you get the skill book, you read it, and then before the effect wears off, you put it on a bookshelf, and you pick it up, and just do it over and over, and max out your guy. So my guy is like max level, max everything, and I'm like, there's nothing for me to work for anymore. It's like,
To be fair, that game was not hard anyway.
I'm thinking of just going back to Torchlight and just getting rid of all my items and starting fresh with nothing.
I kind of want to do the same.
I think I would enjoy it more. We could do that. We could all get back into Torchlight and play it again.
so much clicking, man. There's so much clicking.
Torchlight's a great game. It's very well done.
It's made by the Diablo team.
I know.
Before Diablo 3.
It's fantastic.
I have Path of Exile. I think I'm all set.
Path of Exile is really good too.
One of you guys needs to send me that anime mod for Skyrim.
The anime mod?
Yeah.
Just
Why
go
don't
to
you
the
get the My
Skyrim-
Little Pony mod where you can ride My Little Ponies?
I already have that one.
Oh my god.
Well then.
There's a site. It's like Skyrim Nexus or something, and it has all
I know.
the
I
mods
just
on
didn't
there.
feel like searching if one of you guys had it.
Dude,
No.
Skyrim Nexus is a great site. It's allowed me to add all the mods I need to Skyrim.
Yep.
Question.
Schlongs, basically, yeah.
If I was interested in getting back into Fallout, I never finished Fallout 3. I never really got that far in it.
Fallout 3 was amazing.
I
Story-wise, I liked it a lot more than Fallout New Vegas, but New Vegas added a lot of gameplay mechanics that people were modding in Fallout 3.
So
No, not Ironsides. It's like the hardcore mode.
I mean, like with Fallout 3, I never really I got kind of bored of it because Bethesda games all kind of feel the same for me.
Yeah, I get the same. It's all Western RPGs kind of get the same thing. I'll do
Not Western.
the-
No, I don't agree with that. I just agree that all Bethesda games feel the same.
I'll do the first few quests, and then I'll just wander off and do 1,000 things, and then I'll get sick of it and not play it anymore.
All right. But I mean, there was some stuff that just pissed me off about Fallout 3. Like, I felt your weapon decay was too common and annoying. I don't know if they can mod that out, maybe.
It was just so you keep switching your weapons. So using the
But
same
the problem
one
is I'd
over
have to walk around with 6 copies of the same friggin' gun.
Just repair them. You can
Yeah,
combine them.
if you would take the gun.
Yeah, but
and
that's
then
why
just-
I would need to carry extra copies of the gun to repair my gun when it broke.
Or have more than one gun on you. I have
Yeah.
several guns for several situations.
I know, but they would all
Who
break
uses
and then I have no
guns?
other copies. I don't know.
You just punch people.
Fist to the North Star.
I just
Find
use
out with a bloody
hammers.
mess, just punch a dude in the chest and his arms fly off. Alright.
I don't know, but I was thinking about getting back into Fallout 3, but I feel like it's a lot better with mods, and I don't know what mods I should install.
Basically,
I have...
like hardcore mode and then everything that'll just make it look better. Because the
I made
core
my
gameplay is
guy
pretty good.
Nigel Thornberry. on
What's
New
hardcore
Vegas.
Hardcore mode is where you actually have to eat if you don't eat food enough, your health will go down.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
You have to, when you use this, what do they call the
Stim pack?
Is it stim pack?
Yeah, it's Stimpak.
Yeah. So before you could just apply that to your whole body and it would be fine. In hardcore mode, it actually. I'm sorry, I didn't explain that right. You use a stim pack and it would just regain like 200 HP. In hardcore mode, you would apply it and then it would restore 200 HP, but it would do it over time, so it would take like 30 seconds to get all your HP back. So
okay.
you couldn't just like
You couldn't just use it in the
four
middle of a
stim
battle.
Rapid
packs.
fire them.
Yeah,
man.
like,
Yeah.
you could, but it would take time to.
Oh, Tom, what was that game we were watching? I think it was Burger Paul was playing it, maybe, where
Oh,
when
the
you wanna-
glitch one?
when you want to heal yourself, it takes like a legitimate 20 seconds. You have to like take out tape and wrap it around yourself and tear it up and pour whiskey on it. It's like this long procedure, and it's all quick time events too.
What is this?
It was a bad game.
It was a terrible game that Burger Paul.
I'll
You know
try to
Burger
find
Paul
it.
on YouTube.
Thread the needle.
He's it was a fantastic thing. I don't know. There's some really I think
Is it like
Can't
one
remember.
misclick and like you have to restart all over again?
that or just lose the entire item and you're screwed. I just forget what it was called.
I want to ask you about some sailors.
It was
Quick time.
Move these
event-
crates.
Thank you. I want to ask you about,
want to wrestle?
I want to ask you about that day. Oh, you mean that day? Tom probably hates that game with a burning passion.
The second one was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
I
played
have
the
the-
previous one that had the it wasn't dubbed, it was just Japanese with the subtitles.
I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I have not
I
played
didn't
it.
play the first one, I just watched the little movie.
It was good. It was fun.
Now, speaking of which, they're going to do the post-mortem with the director. What's his name? I can't remember his name all of a sudden. The big Sega guy who made all those games. He made
Oh shit.
he's the guy. His name just slipped on my mind. Not Suzuki, the other one.
Are you sure it wasn't Yu Suzuki?
Yeah, actually, no. I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, they're doing a post-mortem on the Shenmue series in March, sometime next year, and Mark Kearney is going to be the one who does the translation.
What do you mean a post-mortem?
They're going to have a little show, and they're going to talk about the Shenmue series, and it's gone, and Mark Kearney is going to be the one doing the translating.
Is the series dead? Is it they reviving it at all?
That's the question, because they're having Mark Cerny do it.
Was it going to be like
the guy who developed the PS4 do it, because he's also a Japanese translator, because he's fluent in the language, but of all people, they got him. So people are suspecting they're going to have this big announcement where they're going to say, no, Shenmue 3 is going to come up for the PS4. So, once again, the Shenmue 3 people are going to be severely disappointed.
How many parts was that game supposed to have? Was it like?
It's supposed to have 18 chapters.
Yeah, that's right. It was Yu Suzuki and then Hiroshi Aso were the two producers, designers for that game.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Probably Yu Suzuki.
So they're going to do that, and they might announce Shenmue 3.
Well,
or they might at least end the series. Because if you ever played 2, it has the biggest cliffhanger I've ever seen in a video game, and it just nothing ever happened with it.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3.
God.
Who cares?
I agree.
Half-Life 2 is the most boring game you can.
I agree with you. I did not like Half-Life 2. Half-Life 1 was phenomenal.
Half-Life 2 had like 4 hours of jet ski gameplay.
Guys, look,
Gary's
a gravity puzzle.
That's the name of the game, Tom.
What's it?
Day 1, Gary's Incident.
Yes, Gary's Incident, yes.
Gary's Incident.
One day, Gordon Freeman was in an office.
One day.
That was that was actually a good video back in the day. What was that? What was that called?
Half-Life, Full Life Consequences.
Yeah, watch Half-Life, Full Life Consequences. That was a classic.
That.
That's so funny.
Okay. So, anybody else have any topics?
Actually, yeah. Anybody play the new Shadowrun? Shadowrun Returns?
Yes, we talked about it. I think you might have been gone.
Oh, lovely. All right, never mind.
We're talking. It was on sale on Steam right now.
Yeah.
It's 50% off. Fantastic game.
Yeah.
And there's a group of people modding the game because you can pretty much make your own scenarios and just load them. There's no real.
Right.
Yeah, you just load your own chapters. When you start a new game, you have to pick the original game it came with to load it.
I saw that, yeah.
It's kind of funny. But people are making the SNES game over again.
Well, the SNES one was like an isometric top-down, like turn-based RPG. Wasn't the Sega Genesis one like more of an action shooter?
It was more of an action shooter.
Yeah.
But they're pretty much the same view type and such. It just had less RPG elements in the Genesis, some more action-based. But this one's more like the Super Nintendo game.
That's interesting. Look forward to that.
Yeah, it's a good game. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to what have you guys been playing?
Nothing different from last week.
I've been playing Sniper Elite V2.
Is that the one where you can like shoot guys and watch their testicles explode?
Yeah.
X-ray vision.
The game, the demo was fun, but once you do the same stuff over and over for like 10 levels, it gets old.
So is
It
that
looked like that type of game.
Yeah.
It gets to the point where I
can
just want to
see that.
turn off the animations unless I'm like, just die.
That's kind of what like one of the newer Mortal Kombat's was. The first time you did like the critical hits and it would go into the X-ray mode, like, oh, that's so cool. And then after this 5 times, you're like, all right, this is getting kind of old.
It's like a tank pulls up and it's like, oh, how am I gonna defeat this tank? Then like shows a cutscene where it shows like this giant gas tank weak point on the back that's like glowing. It's like, might as well.
You empty your clip into like the side of the tank, avoiding the gas tank, and then what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, my PS3 died, so I need to go. I'm picking up another one this week, hopefully. I want to try Beyond Two Ellen Pages, because that seems entertaining. Isn't that like cheap now or something?
It was on sale. It was 35.
Uh,
It's probably back up to 60 now. I didn't check.
all the games went on sale when I didn't have a console. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a Quantic Dreams game. It'll be on sale again. It'll definitely get greatest hit status.
yeah, Heavy Rain is still like $25. It was like greatest hits or something.
Yeah, something
The
like that.
greatest hits is just to make more money, so you don't have to drop the price down anymore. It
I
makes
found my
sense.
child in a wasteland. Do you know how it feels?
Okay. Taylor, you been playing anything?
Nah, same old, same old. Haven't had much time this week. I've been playing. I played LOL, I think, once. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4.
3.
I think there's a lot of people hacking that game, but I can't prove it, so.
That's every first-person online game ever. You're a hacker.
I don't know. I feel like
No,
there's people
Taylor,
that are
they're-
really good at flying planes. And
they're
that's
just
too
better than you.
difficult. Well, it's that or something. I don't know.
People do play that game professionally.
Well, 4 and 3 they were built with like last gen technology, so it's easy to hack them pretty much.
That isn't true.
I've been watching Revolution. It's a good show.
Yes, that show is bad.
Terrible show.
It's bad.
Awful.
I don't watch that Walking Dead, man.
Me and Tom spent a good, must have been 3 hours the other night watching Revolution.
It's
Complaining
bad.
how bad it was. Watching it for
It's
straight hours.
funny because it's bad.
It's like one of those it's so bad it's funny kind of things where it's a movie. It's a TV show where electricity doesn't work.
Because
Something.
physics, I guess.
It just stops working.
I think to quote the
Despite the fact,
show
like-
exactly. Yeah, the actual quote from the guy was, "Physics went all crazy." Like,
That makes
And,
sense.
hmm.
I don't know. It's great, and it's so bad. Look at it. Revolution makes no sense.
Yeah. So I guess I'll do me. I've been playing Ys, the Memories of Selkseta.
How is that?
That is, it's different from the usual Ys game.
That's a remake of Foliage Ocean, right? I think.
It's a remake of
Calcetta, I think.
Mask of the one that was developed by the in-house company Falcom back for Super Nintendo. There were two of them. That
Yeah, they're all on sale on Steam right now. I kind of want to pick them up because everyone
that
told me
is
they were
not on
good.
Steam. It is a Vita exclusive.
Did you beat Zelda?
Celceta?
Yeah, Memories of Selkseta it just came out for Vita.
I'm sorry, you're right. That's my mistake.
Both off of Volgoth, whatever it's called. That's on.
Dogon?
Yeah, that's on Steam.
What do you think of those? Have you played them? I've heard
Yes.
they're good.
Oath is a remake of 3.
Right.
The funny thing about 3 is it was kind of the Zelda 2 of the East series. It was a side scroller.
Terrible?
No, Zelda 2 was
Okay.
fantastic. You're just
I
bad
know,
at games.
I know. They're both Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ys Origin, and Ys Oath and Filgana. They're all on sale on Steam
They're-
right now for $10 or under.
They're all on sale all the time. I have them all on Vita / PSP, so it's cool. It's on Steam, but I don't need them for that.
How long are they?
Ys Origin is 1 and 2. 1's pretty short, 2 is much longer, and the other 2 I'd say about 10-hour games.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that the Vita is a thing.
Vita's a fantastic thing. I use that more
That's
than
what I've heard.
people are saying the Vita is the best accessory for the PS4. It's the other way around. I use the Vita way more than I use the PS4. The PS4 just streams games to it.
That's kind of cool.
I have not used my PS4 controller in over a week.
Really?
I just use Vita Stream. It's great.
What's the battery life on that thing?
The Vita?
Yeah.
Very long. If you put it on airplane mode, if you have the Wi-Fi on, it takes a bit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have it on standby for days. Like my 3DS would die in a day or two on standby. This thing lasts maybe a week.
I remember doing that with my PSP. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't charged this thing in 4 days. Turn it on. Oh hey, still got 50%.
My
battery
PSP
life.
died all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Ys, it's different than the other ones. It's really collect-a-thon, upgrade your weapons gameplay now.
Mhm.
So you get X amount of minerals and convert them to a bigger mineral that you'll use in planting your sword.
Do
Make
you
it
require more minerals?
better. Pretty much. So it's like a Monster Hunter with a story.
Okay.
It has side quests and stuff. It's different than the usual East game, but it's good so far. The graphics are a little outdated though. It looks like this game was like it was supposed to be a really early release Vita game, but it was delayed, and it really looks like it is. But yeah, it's a good game. And I've also played Wii Fit U every day for the last week. I'm on a Wii Fit U phase, and see how long I can keep this up.
I'd like just turn that game
the
on.
neckbeard diet.
You know.
The what?
The neckbeard exercise plan.
I guess. But yeah, for the Wii U, it's free if you have the Wii board, but you have a 30-day trial. But if you buy the little pedometer, it's $20. You can get it on Amazon. They remove the limit, so it's pretty much a $20 game. And the pedometer is pretty cool too.
And is it used outside the game, or is it just for?
It tells you basic stats like your walking, your elevation. You can check.
Right, but
he showed it to me. It's pretty cool, actually.
But
I have a
can you
Pokemon.
use it as a? Oh my god.
Use it as a what?
Can you use it as a regular pedometer, or is it only interact with the Wii U?
It tells you your steps and how many calories you burned right on the screen, if that's what you mean. That's pretty much what a pedometer does.
No, but I mean, could you like go outside and jog with it and still have it?
Why
work
would you
as
go
a pedometer?
outside?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
You're supposed to wear it with you all day. Then when you get home, you're supposed to sync it with your Wii U into your nightly exercises, which are pretty fantastic. Only
Okay.
I don't have two of the Motion Plus remotes, so I can't do the silly maraca dances and all that crap. So I need to buy another one.
Does the Wii U come with Wii Motion Control Plus remotes by default?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
So you would have to get the
Silly.
little module if you wanted a Motion Control Plus.
It doesn't come with
Wii.
anything Wii. It comes with just the gamepad.
No. The Wii U. If you buy the Wii U, are the Wiimotes Motion Control Plus, or do you still have to buy that little module?
I know what you said. And I'm telling you, it
Okay.
doesn't come with anything Wii. It comes with the Wii U screen. It's not a Wii. It's a Wii U.
Okay, but it does not come with any of the controllers.
It doesn't come with anything that's Wii. It just comes
Okay.
with the gamepad.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, you can buy Motion Plus controllers. There.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's like I was gonna join a gym, but you know I can get a Wii U.
That is pretty
Once
much my current stance until after the holiday season.
Once
'cause I don't have
again,
the time.
the neckbeard exercise plan.
Which
Look, I
one,
already
of
got
you,
the neckbeard going, man. It's already start.
which
No
one of you
comment.
is Samwork? Which one of you is Samwork?
That's
Me.
Taylor.
Okay.
For Christmas, I'm gonna get some finger gloves, a fedora, and a flame shirt. And
No, get a
Don't
Dragon
you
Ball
own
Z.
most of those products?
Dragon
I
Ball Z
think I
silk shirt.
do.
Conan, you need a 2XL Dragon Ball Z silk shirt.
The blue one with the just Goku Super Saiyan across the front.
I can't fit in a 2X.
Okay.
Do you have a shirt in a 3 or a 4?
We're going to end this with the question that I was given last week, but we just didn't say. So
Okay.
now I'm going to read it, and we can answer it. And then we can go to sleep and enjoy our lives.
Well, no one asked me what I've been playing, but that's fine.
I thought I did. You said you played LOL and nothing.
No, that was Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor and I are two different people.
Hard to tell. I know.
Corey's
We both
much
have
more
the same
interesting.
manly physique.
All right, Corey, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Papers, Please, the dystopian documentary
yes.
about immigration checkpoints.
Oh, I wanted to
Saw
play
that.
that. How does it look?
It is the most depressing and stressful game I've ever played in my life. You have to inspect documents that are put in front of you by various people who are shouting obscenities at you.
So it's
And
beyond
what
after
you
you see the game?
Yeah, but you have to do it quickly enough or your family will starve or you'll be thrown in jail for not paying rent.
You get
looks
thrown in
so
jail for
good.
not paying rent?
Yeah, and the terrorist attacks are happening outside, and as things go on, people will start paying you to let them through the checkpoint, and you have to decide whether to let them through or be killed by your superiors.
What does
It's-
money do?
Money so your family doesn't die. Why is that not an issue for you, Taylor? Do you want
I
your
don't
family
know.
to die? You don't want your family to die. It gives you status updates at the end of each day. Mother cold, son dying of starvation. What are you going to do? You can't do anything. You let too many terrorists through the checkpoint.
Gonna go out and hunt some buffalo so my kid doesn't get dysentery.
I got disconnected. I don't know.
What happens if you just let everybody in?
You lose a lot of money. You get charged a fee every time you fuck up. And I fuck up a lot.
Okay.
Is there ability to get them through without getting a fee? Or do you always get hit?
I think later on, once you start working with the resistance cells that come up to your checkpoint to offer you like advice on how to take down the government, which is the least depressing part of the game, terrorists. That says something about the game. then you can decide to let people through or, try to botch some of the evidence. But so far, I've been having trouble just inspecting documents. I'll let someone through thinking, okay, birth year matched up, their specific county issued them their passport right here, they have the voucher ticket, it's valid for today, no expiration date. Oh, shit, the fucking photo on the passport didn't match up. How was I even supposed to look at that?
This is the.
What is it, papers, please?
Sounds
Yeah,
so
papers,
awesome.
please.
Yeah. It sounds so good.
It's a lot of fun, and it will make you feel really bad for communist country citizens that don't really exist anymore because the communist bloc fell, so you can feel happy again.
China.
Yay.
Hooray!
Papers, please.
I do want to play that. I'll get to it eventually.
It's like $5. I'd grab it.
I actually have the GOG version. I have not played it yet.
I would play it.
Entertainment.
I think it was made by one guy or a very small team.
I don't think it's Tom's type
It's like,
of game.
here's my papers.
No, it sounds like something I'd play.
Nah, man, your games
Expiration
are
date
like
not good.
you don't like friggin' artsy games, man.
All I play is artsy games. What are you talking about?
Limbo.
I played Limbo. I played The
Good
Cave. I played Braid and all of its awfulness.
Braid was
I
terrible.
played
Braid was-
Fez.
I hate Braid. Ugh.
I almost smashed the controller over Braid.
Braid is
Not a
frustrating game. I gave up. I just
And
didn't
then
care.
you watch the walkthroughs that makes you feel so stupid. Like, oh, you should have known to just stop time here and then fast forwarded here and jumped. No, that's convoluted.
Sounds like an
It's too,
adventure
it's
game.
too deep for you, Ferrari. You just don't
Yeah,
get
it
it.
must be.
You should have known to detain the single mother with 4 kids. Just detain.
She was just trying to catch a bus out of the country. You should have let her through. She wouldn't have died in the grenade attack mere moments later.
That happened?
Yeah, it did. That was the most fun I had.
Well, you're the one that
That's
threw the
depressing as hell.
No, you're
Jesus
just in your
Christ.
booth, and you have one of the buttons on your screen is like a lever to close the gate on your booth. And I always close the gate when terrorists attack, or whenever I'm just angry at a person, I'll close the gate in their face.
Well, see you guys later. You guys should talk about the situation that I've been dealing with, primarily that with Nintendo and their exclusive titles that are just later ported to PS3 or Xbox, or even PC and HD. What do you guys think about the situation? Or even when consumers buy a product on launch only to have a company re-release the same product with add-ons or upgrades? So he's talking about how Resident Evil Revelations was released later on PC and Xbox with such in HD because it was originally 3DS exclusive.
Right.
Ah.
And then games like Batman, I can't read the title of this game, coming out later with all the expansions and everything, all the DLC already on disc.
Are we talking about like Game of the Year editions, or like you just said, mainly with like game on disc DLC that they release?
He's asking about both. He's saying that when they port games, when you don't know they're going to be ported later,
Okay.
games that come out
It
later.
makes me
with
mad.
Game of
It's
the Year
like I
edition.
spent, like for Battlefield 3, I spent all this money for the limited edition, and then like 3 months later, Premium Edition came out, and it had all the maps, weapons, all this extra stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to buy the game again.
Here's a pro tip. Don't buy games on launch. Also,
Yeah.
be a PC gamer. Master Race.
Actually, you know, one company that did that right, I think, was the Deus Ex Collector's Edition. Like, if you already owned it on PC and you had the DLC, you could upgrade to the Collector's Edition for $5 instead of having to buy it all over again.
That sounds like a very
That's-
rare case.
That's what I know. I understand that, but I'm saying that's one example of Square doing it right. Is okay, you've already got the main game, you've already got the DLC. Here, $5, and you get the collector's edition or director's cut rather. So, but
That's
no,
how
I
it
don't
should
think,
be done.
I agree. Game on on disc DLC pisses me off.
Yeah, there's no reason for it.
Not anymore, but back in the day, it was necessary. It's a
No, I don't
holdover.
think it was.
I just think about Street Fighter X Tekken
Why?
because all of the DLC was on disc and shipping.
Yeah.
Oh.
And didn't the CEO blame the fans for this? Like that?
No, the CEO blamed the fans. That wasn't the CEO. It was the public relations chief in Europe blamed the fans for why Mega Man Legends 3 got canceled. Yeah.
I like
So-
Mega Man Legends.
Taylor, you have any thoughts or opinions on this matter?
I just buy games a year after they come out and I never have a problem because I always get the Game of the Year edition.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Like the only game I've in recent memory that I've bought like when it came out was Grand Theft Auto 5.
which will have a greatest hit edition.
I'm sure it will, but I
Is there
don't
even any
really
DLC
care.
for that game yet?
No, of course not. It's
I don't
Grand
think
Theft
so.
I
Auto.
think it had a season pass.
Hey, did they come out with the GTA 5 phone app yet?
Yeah.
Not for
wanna-
Android.
Tricks to my dog.
Yeah, that came out.
For
I got it,
Android.
like, yeah, I played it like two weeks ago. I've got it on my Android.
Wait, your
Oh,
dog
really?
can get DLC?
So, like weeks after it hadn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh, that
No,
happened.
Conan, basically you can like customize your cars from your phone, and then next time you log into the game, they're delivered to your garage. You can train your dog so it doesn't shit around your house, and I think that's all.
Where do I get it? I don't even see it on the Android.
It's called iFruit.
Oh, iFruit? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually bought the season pass for Arkham
It has
Origins.
2.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, it's kind of it's apparently buggy. I've never had an issue with it on my S3.
Well, now I have it.
Okay.
Alright.
Uh,
I'm happy for it.
so the question on hand. Mike, stop singing to yourself. Okay.
I think we're all kind of in agreement on that question. It seems.
But how do you feel about games like the Castlevania game for the 3DS that was ported to the PSN? Are you upset by that? Do you care?
When I buy a console specifically for one game, and they say it's exclusive to that one thing, and then they suddenly 2 months later it's on every console. You're like,
okay,
oh,
yeah. I can see
it's
that.
like,
You're lied to.
What I was upset with was the 3DS, because the 3DS launched, and a year later they have released the XL. I thought it was going to be like 2 or 3 years later for like the original DS.
That actually pisses me off is systems that will release different revisions in really, really short increments.
I was not expecting the XL that fast. I would have waited a year because I don't like the original 3DS. I don't like the size of it. It's a fine system, but
Nintendo 2DS XL.
washboard.
That's actually one. It's just one LCD screen, and then the bezel just splits it, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
it's all the same screen.
It's ridiculous.
so what's going to come up next? PS4 Super Slim Edition?
It's pretty slim as it is. I don't know what they're going to do with it. With that nice top-loading tray.
Speaking of that, Tom, did you know there's a 12 gig edition of the PS3?
PS3?
12 gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
in the
know.
Black Friday sales.
Yeah. Someone told me that. I thought they were full of shit, but it's the hard drive is 12 gigs.
How can you have a 12 gig SATA drive?
It's $200.
I have no idea.
That seems absurd. Is it just a flash drive?
I don't know, to be quite honest, but it is 12 gigs.
I'll have to look that up. I didn't hear about that. That's
Yeah.
bizarre. It seems
It-
cheaper just to give you like a 120 gig hard drive.
I know you can get one for like my God, $40.
Yeah, it's $50 for 500 gig. I mean, how much can a
Yeah.
80, 40 gig hard drive cost?
Yeah.
That's silly.
But yeah, I thought
You
that was
install
very.
one game and it's like, oh, you're out of room.
I think it's mainly for people that are gonna hook it up to their TV and really just gonna
Stream
have it-
Netflix and stuff.
pretty much, yeah. So it's got enough on there for the apps for a system update and maybe downloading, 1 or 2 live games
I don't know, that's silly.
or PSN games rather. It is ridiculous, yeah. I would agree.
Okay. All right, so I think
it's coming out for the PS3, or is it done?
Was it?
yeah, Gran Turismo 6 is coming out. You got a bunch of those Nippon Ichi games coming out, like that Witch and the 100 Nights, whatever that one's called.
Guided Fate Paradox, is that out?
Yeah, I think that came out last week.
Okay.
That was too anime for me.
So PS4 is out, but they haven't stopped support for.
No, PS3 is having a lot of. I can't think of any of the games, but there are a few big games still coming out.
Persona 5.
Persona 5 is coming out next year.
No,
Yeah, 360 pretty much cut all support. There's nothing coming off of that thing.
Did they really?
Yeah, Microsoft moved everything to the Xbox One.
So there are no more AAA titles being released?
Only Titanfall. Titanfall's going to be released on the Xbox 360 and Xbox
And that's
One.
the last game?
With major support from Microsoft, yeah.
That's crazy. I would imagine PS3 is going to be around for at least another year or two, if not longer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hearing hilarious
Everyone.
stuff about the Xbox One, though. The mic is so sensitive that it picks
Hold on,
up
George.
demands from people in the game you're playing with. It can pick up from TV shows you're watching.
Yeah,
That's
they need
funny.
to fix that with like voice recognition, with people voice recognition, as opposed to just somebody saying the word. So if I said it, it knows it's me, as opposed to Mike sitting
Okay.
next to me.
So
They had a video of the Xbox One interacting with the Xbox One commercial.
That's pretty good.
So it's gonna be interesting, Tom. I think
No,
is
George,
when are they gonna cut
Ah.
Xbox Live support for the 360?
Not for another. I'd say at least 5 years.
Do you think that long? Even
They'll
though
probably
they're
just
gonna
shut
do a
down
game
individual games as they get older.
No, don't stand there.
I didn't hear that. That's kind of. I mean, I know it's Microsoft, but that's wild to drop
George,
off.
don't stand on my
I
keyboard,
mean,
man.
Christ, they were making PS2 games
George.
as early as like 2 years ago.
George, no, leave the camera alone, George. Fuck. You knocked it over. Shit. You fucking can't.
But you know, like those like diehard fans that like they
Hold
won't
on, I gotta
leave the
find the
game.
camera.
They
Yeah.
won't leave it.
No, I
Remember the
know.
Halo 2 when Xbox
Yeah,
and
that
Virtual
last
shut
Defiant.
down? They're playing that for days.
Tom, I'm gonna need
Yeah.
instant replay of that. Fuck. Hold on, I gotta find the camera.
It's in George's stomach now.
Catzilla.
A more interesting stream.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching Hunger Games.
Oh my God. Did you watch that, Mike?
Yeah. I saw the new one. It was it's a movie.
It was a movie.
Hmm.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Jennifer
first
Lawrence was
one-
funky in it.
The first one was real. It was on. And
Also known as Battle Royale, the American remake.
I enjoy how that woman says she'd never heard of Battle Royale. That's what offended me the most.
Yeah.
You heard of it. You know what it is. Don't lie.
George, that's my beard. Don't knock it over.
it's a
Okay.
less messed up battle royale.
Everything.
I don't know. They did have the people who were transformed into mutant dogs. That was kind of weird. They cut that out of the movie, though.
No, it was in there. No, they actually the dogs were in it, but they not that plot twist.
Yeah, that was a
What
dumb
a
plot
twist.
twist.
Spoilers.
All right. So, you guys done? We're wrapping this up?
Yep. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, George, what are you doing?
Is George in this wrap
Fucking
up?
cat.
Just hold him. It's like a minute more.
It's a cat, for Christ's sakes.
He's
Okay.
quite unruly and disobedient.
It's a
Tune in
cat.
next week for a much better episode.
You said that last week and the week before. It's not gonna.
Next week on Unpopular Podcast.
A clip show.
Cut the black.
Why are we
Oh,
walking
it's your
like this?
child.
Next week.
And Ferrari cuts out completely.
Next week. Tom
Okay.
gets a diagnosis.
George,
he wasn't
next week.
expecting.
George.
With a
George,
twist
that's my-
ending to leave you shocked.
Tune in on the half-season finale.
I'm waiting for Taylor to settle himself down with that cat.
I'm good.
Okay. So thank you for joining on this. My cat came up now. Oh God. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us this week on a popular podcast. It has been a great adventure with
No,
everybody
no,
here.
no.
I love you, streets.
Quick, end it now.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. I'm Thomas.
Mike, I guess.
Corey.
I'm George and Taylor.
Chris.
Chris.
Mr. Ferrari.
Chris.
He might not have sync with us anymore. I think he's frozen. So I'm going to say, and I'm
That's
Chris. And thank you.